Welcome to Putz Parcel. My name is Lisa. Let's get dirty. If you haven't been with me before, I'm your average in-ground backyard gardener in Zone 7A, former 7B. So today we are going to learn how to separate plants from seed cells. So some seeds are very tiny. It's hard to only put one in a cell. Sometimes when I have seeds that are a little bit older, I'll put 2 or 3 in a cell to make sure that I get germination of hopefully at least 1. So Charles Downing calls this process pricking out. So we're going to work on that today. You can see some of these are planted a little densely. Here I have snapdragons, pansies, petunias, and violas. So I'm going to work on separating these, dividing them out, and replanting them into new cells. So here I just have a little small dibber. So I'm going to go ahead and make a hole ahead of time. This is seed starting mix that I've already prepared for planting. If you haven't joined me before, what I do is I fill a 11 by 8 or 10 by 12 aluminum pan with the seed starting mix. I add boiling water, a quart or two. It depends on how dry the seed starter mix is and how hydrophobic it is, which means it's not willing to accept water. I let that cool off, and then I fill my cells. Alright, so I'm not sure how this is going to work because I need both hands to do this, but we will give it a shot. I'm going to start with this pack of pansies. So these are very delicate. These might be a little bit bigger than what they should be for me to separate them, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Usually as soon as plants get their first true leaves, I'll start this process. I could thin them out by cutting one off and just removing it from the cell, but I really have a hard time doing that. I also do this process with broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, peppers, tomatoes, pretty much whatever I plant. Here I have different varieties of parsley growing, and I was impatient and waiting for them to germinate and come up. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 plants in it. So I will probably divide that. You can also do this with cells of vegetables and plants that you buy at a nursery or a garden center. So, and I will actually look for cells that have multiples in each section so that I can do that depending on what it is, if I want more plants than just the 4 that are supposed to be in it for the amount of cells, or 6 cells, how many ever it is. So let's give this a shot here. So I'm going to use the other end of the dibber. Sometimes I use my finger. And what I look for is to try to keep the plant that is centered in the cell intact and remove the ones that are kind of off-centered. So this one here is a little off-center, so I'm going to try to get that one out. And you know what? I'm actually going to put it over in here because none of the ones in that section germinated. I'm going to grab it as close to the bottom as I can. It's not loosened up yet. The problem with waiting until they have more than just 2 tree leaves is that the roots become very entangled. This might not work. I might be killing them. So I'm being very gentle with this dibber and trying to loosen the soil and get those roots loose. If I need to, I'll take both of them out. I don't really want to. Oh, okay, well I got two. All right, there we go. So this one's separated. I made that hole. I'm just very gently going to poke that down in there. Since this one all came out all the way, I'm gonna make a new hole for that one and put it back in. You wanna make sure all your roots are down in the soil, and I'm very gently compacting the soil. So there, we've successfully separated those two plants from this one cell. Sorry about the sunshine. It's coming in my south-facing window here, and there's some fresh snow that we got last night. We actually got 9 inches on Tuesday, but because of the angle of the sun, most of it melted away, and everything is covered again and beautiful. All right, so back to my plants. Let's see. This cell might be a little bit harder. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Oh, I must have had a hard time planting these. I'm gently trying to loosen that soil. See if that will come out. Nope, not yet. Let me come over here. I will show you what variety of pansy I'm planting on. I planted this last year, and I just thought they were absolutely beautiful. Oop, that one came out. Nope, not quite. You want to take care to be as gentle as you can. You might break one. It happens. Done it. These are not cooperating. This is real life, people. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. Oh, that one came out. Oh, look at that nice long root he has. I'm just going to put that in the hole there. Gently pushing the soil around it. Let's see if any of these other ones came apart yet. There's one. Let's see if I can get any of this mess separated. Oh boy. I might leave that one in there. Let me take this tag out and see if I can get the guy over here out. I used the wrong end. Again, real life. Things happen. Oh, very nice. I might make that hole a little bigger. Oops, it caved in on me. Give me a second. There we go. Got it in. Firm it up. Let's see if I can get one more out of here. I think I might let that go. I have 2 here that were late to the party, so I think we're just gonna leave that alone and see what happens. If I need to separate them or sacrifice these 2 later down the road, I will. And maybe I started these a little bit early, but I just find that for me, flowers take a very long time to get growing and get established. When I go out in spring to the nurseries, the plants already have flowers on it. They're ready to go out, and I find that mine are still very small. So I'm starting them a little bit early this year, and we'll see how that goes. So let me grab my foil pan up here. And I'm going to keep like things together so I know what they are, hopefully. And then that can go back under the grow lights. I will give that a drink of water then when I'm finished separating. Remember too, when you're using grow lights and running a fan, the grow lights of course are helping your plants get big and strong and ready for planting out. The fan is providing some resilience, so hopefully that after you harden them off and plant them in the ground, they're strong enough to withstand the wind. But remember, when you're using those things, you're going to have to water more often. Things don't always get watered evenly, so you need to pay attention to that as well. So I have 2 more 4-cell packs ready to go. I don't know if I want to mess with that one. Those aren't very tall. So here's violas. Oh, I wanted to show you what variety of pansy I grew. I'm sorry, petunia. No, those were pansies. I was right. So this is the variety of pansy I started. It's from Baker Creek Seeds, not affiliated, but here's the information on the back if you would like to see. And pansies are a flower that will withstand some cold, so they go out early in spring. Let me see what else I have here. This is the variety of petunias that I started. These were absolutely gorgeous last year, so I definitely wanted to do them again. And viola. Let me see if I have my viola seeds back here. Well, I don't, but I do have my snapdragon package. One of them. Not sure why I put these away, but I did. Oh, here's my other snapdragon. Here's the other snapdragons that I'm starting. Oh, there's my violas from M.I. Gardner. Again, not affiliated. I like Baker Creek because their seeds are all GMO free, and you get a free pack of seeds depending on how much you order. And M.I. Gardner, I believe he's also GMO free, and well, his seeds, not himself. His seed packs are very affordable. Alright, so let me get my seed packs out of the way here. Oh, since I showed you my parsley, and I have them here, here's the varieties of parsley that I started. So that's single Italian plain leaf. There's a little bit of a glare. I'll go up this way. Parsley gigantic d'Italia. Leaves on that one are huge, and Big Italy. I'm not sure if I tried Big Italy last year or not, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that as it grows, and we'll see how it does. Alright, my seed packs are out of the way. So here we go again. I'm going to make my hole with my dibber in my seed starting mix. Once my plants are up and they have their true leaves, I do as well start fertilizing them, because in seed starting mix there's no good stuff. It's just mostly peat moss, but there's no food in there for your plants. So I use fish emulsion, highly diluted, and I will bottom water, and usually about every other watering I will use the diluted fish emulsion, and then in between use plain water, fish emulsion, plain water. think you got it. All right, so that one is more centered. This one here, looking at this cell. So I'm going to try to get this one out. And he's fighting with his friends next door. Sometimes I use my finger to do this because I can feel better the where the roots are going, and that way I don't break them as much either. Let's see if that's loose enough. It is. I'm just gently pulling. If it fought back at all, felt any resistance, I would not keep trying to get it out. Try to make this hole a little wider. And it just caved in. All right, so in that one goes. Firm the soil up around it. I can add a little more. You're not pushing really hard. You're just gently applying pressure to get that guy in there and established. Okay, back over here. Again, there's a couple of little guys that were late to the party. I'm going to let them go and see what happens. But I want to get these crowded, bigger ones out. Oh boy. Fighting with her friends again. All right, so I'm going to put you down. I think I'm going to need both hands to work through these two sections. And when I'm finished, I can show you what I got. All right, so I underestimated how many cells and how much dirt I would need, so I'm currently boiling water. But from that one tray of violas, it was 1 4-cell. I now have 3 4-cells. I'm going to continue to work on my snapdragons and my petunias and my parsley. And that's it for today. Oh, I wanted to show you these. These are mats, waterproof for doing stuff like this, transplanting, planting. You can even use it for your house plants. But since I'm working in my garage today, in my dining room today, since my garage is very cold and the quarters are pretty closely, I got this mat out. My husband got these for me for Christmas. You can find them on Amazon. I think I saw a single pack at Walmart in the garden center the other day. So just wanted to share those with you. And thanks for joining me in Put's Parcel today. Go get your hands dirty.